07 StarCitizen. Another thing on what can we do when we wait for the next patch. This is armor farming, making our character as fashionable as possible, and the Lynx Core is definitely one of the most fashionable armors that we have in that game. You see the green part, I combined it with a True Force arms and PAB legs to make it as slick and as slim as possible. Unfortunately, it's all light armor, so doing bunkers with that is actually a challenge, even with the situation the AI is in right now, but it is fun. Yet, even if this armor only has a 20% protection, it is quite hard to obtain. And this has changed since we got the new villages on Hurston and on Microtech. But before, pretty much the only way to get it was over lucky loots in chests of bunkers. Now we have new options when we do mercenary mission, when we get rid of trespassers. The important thing is you need to get rid of trespassers in those villages and not those orbital claim jumping things or those trespassers on wreck sites, which are mostly happen on ArcCorp. So ArcCorp is not a good place to farm that armor. It's really Hurston or Microtech to do on in the new villages. And as always, as I didn't figure out it all by myself how to do that, it is good to have an orc that helps you. And this time it was Magnus and Lord Latimer that actually told me, well, why don't you go out there farm those armors instead of trying to loot them out of boxes, because they are on these outposts, on this trespass outpost with trespassers on it a lot. You need to shoot down a couple of these trespassers and you'll get your Lynx armor. Alright, so we went out here together. The good thing is we're using the docker collar and a sniper rifle on the side to take them out. So Magnus is doing his best here to take down those enemies. I think it's 20 at the time that we need to do. They're still not as responsive as the AI could be, but we will get there. They try to shoot back with their SR-71s or S-71s. That's what you do. Another good thing, if you like the S-71, not really my favorite weapon, but it does a good job on what it's doing it, you'll find a lot of them here. So take out all the enemies and then the loot fest begin. And if you want to know more about that and found other things, seastone.space, cornerstone.space is really one of the best third-party tools to find stuff. At a home scroll under resources, you find a universal item finder. You head in what you actually want. I want a Lynx Core, and then you have all the different columns you are finding around that. Okay, so that's pretty amazing. So in this time we really go into how to find the Lynx Core, and then of course you see your favorite color. I'm actually looking for white, black, green and grass, which are my favorite ones. I really would like to have the orange, but I don't really like the orange how it's made in the game. Orange is in most of the games is very problematic, it's not good. And the other thing for my rescue missions would of course be the green, not the red one, not the dark green, but the red one that really gives you this medical taste onto it. And of course always with the cape. That's pretty cool as it is. I really like those armors. And you loot them in the classical manner and you check out. You see the cape outside when you look at them, and you see the Lynx Core in here. This is with the color gray. You can't put it in, well, in the small backpack that I'm carrying, you can't bring it. So I recommend to just move over your whole body, and there is a couple of other interesting things you're going to find here. But this will be, it's not like armor that you can use as well in the vacuum, so it's really only for planetary use when you have an atmosphere. And this is this one piece things. There was the core olive. I don't like the color olive, so that's why I didn't took it. But this one here is the Piecemeal jacket, which is an atmosphere only jacket to wear, and it has actually a marvelous 30% of damage reduction, which means it lies right between the medium armor and the light armor, and it looks actually quite good. But what you need to do, and you need to take off all your stuff because you can't wear a flight suit under it, an undersuit under it, or any other armor. So it's entirely needing only clothes wear to use that. So that's important to know about those. And they really, and there is like, yeah, for certain special occasion, it's good to bring those one. Of course, if you want to be hardcore protected, you will always gonna use the heavy armor. But as I said, you just look like a fat little Michelin stick person with that one, so I don't really like that one. But those are definitely very good armors, the heavy armors. But there is more than just this, so there is a big variety in this game if you want to go for it. You see the Lynx legs. I'm not fond of those legs. I don't really like them. I prefer to have PAB legs or True Force legs. No, it's True Force legs, but PAB arms. And yeah, that's how you can start to fashion up your own character and make it look in a very, very decent way, and doesn't look like everybody just running around with the ADP Woodland or the Morozov. Here's an interesting helmet we found as well, the Ixonia helmet. It looks very, very different. So there is many different armors to get. Have a look, go explore, find the armor that suits you, that suits your character, that suits your gameplay, because there is a lot more to StarCitizen than only doing ERTs and loading the boxes and selling eggs. Okay, and there is a lot more as well to just doing the reclaimer missions, which is all good sources for income, great sources for money, and it's fun to do. There is more. Go and get it. Have fun. I hope I see you in the words. 07 StarCitizens.